going on, citizens of the Pokegerse? Welcome to the Pokegerse. I'm your host, Gerson, and today we're going to be designing the mid-stage and final evolution for our fire starter for the CINEMAR region, Guburn. If you haven't yet watched the first two videos of this series, I strongly recommend going back to watch those videos first, that way you're caught up with everything that's going on. Before we start, I'd just like to ask if you could please hit that subscribe button as well as turn on the notification bell icon, that way you're notified as soon as I upload a brand new video. It would help me out so much as we're getting so close to our current goal of 500 subscribers. Another way to support the Pokegerse is to become a Patreon like these amazing people by following the link in the link tree down below. Okay, now let's get on to the evolutions for Guburn, which was a name suggested by one of you, the citizens of the Pokegerse. Guburn is the fire starter of the CINEMAR region, and it's based on a red panda, as well as elements from Harry Potter with the scarf and everything. For the middle stage evolution, I wanted to pull inspiration from another character from the Harry Potter series, and, well, I'll let him introduce himself.
Sorry about that.
That's right, the half-giant and gamekeeper, Rubius Hagrid. I wanted to use the initial imposing and intimidating features of Hagrid for this Pokemon's design, so I knew that I wanted to shape its eyebrows in a way that always makes this Pokemon appear to be angry. Once I settled on the eyebrow shape, I added a nose, eyes, which honestly took a few tries to get right. I added in some details around the ears, that way I can make them a different color than its face later on, and finished the head shape by pointing out the cheek fur, or sideburns, in a triangular shape. Next, I began shaping its tail similar to its previous form, which will be wrapped around this Pokemon like a scarf, while also adding teardrop markings. Which, fun fact, red pandas have teardrop markings on their faces to help protect their eyes from the harsh sunlight. I then worked on the general body shape and pose for this Pokemon, which was inspired by pictures of red pandas standing up straight with their arms in the air, which of course looks adorable when red pandas do it, but what do we humans advise to do when encountering a bear in the woods? Wave our arms up to appear bigger, as an intimidation tactic. After that, I added a zigzag pattern between this Pokemon's eyes to help with the intimidation and really worked to something that I was more satisfied with. At this moment, I had an idea for this Pokemon's evolution that involves a long white beard, so I added a shorter beard, like fur, that is mostly covered by its scarf tail. After going back to adjust more of the design, I added fur that could cover this Pokemon like a cloak, which is often associated with wizards and sorcerers, while adding a zigzag pattern on its wrists with the idea in mind that the pattern would only become visible when this Pokemon waves his arms up. I completed the rest of its tail while also adding the toenails just to slightly differentiate it from its previous form. Last thing to do was to go back to see if there was anything else that I thought needed some adjustments. A technique that I like to use for outlining my Fakemon designs is to trace over the outside lines with a slightly thicker marker pen than the pen that you will use for tracing over the inside lines. I think it makes the end product look much cleaner. Here's my reminder that art is subjective, and to let's be nice to each other, as the Pokegerse is a positive vibe zone. here it is. What do you think its name should be? I couldn't resist but to add in a sort of Pokedex entry for this Pokemon, which reads, "For several centuries, this Pokemon has been the subject of suspicion for being a practitioner in some sort of dark magic. These claims have never been proven, but those claims may have stemmed from the permanent, intimidating facial expression that this Pokemon bears. They also seem to enjoy raising their arms up in the air, and although this action often intimidates humans, this Pokemon has a very peaceful nature." Now let's get started on the final evolution for this Pokemon. I began by sketching the top of the head and ears while adding a nose, which led to the eyes and furry brows. I already had in mind that this Pokemon would have a similar body shape and stature to other regional big bear Pokemon, such as Ursaring and Pangoro, even though red pandas are not part of the bear family. I wanted to give this Pokemon a long white beard that is now drawing inspiration from yet another character within the Harry Potter series, Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore, also known as Dumbledore, which according to Wikipedia, so it has to be true, serves as the headmaster to the Wizarding School of Hogwarts. I gave it sharper zigzag lines to create sort of a mustache for this Pokemon, along with its long fluffy beard that I designed in diamond-shaped segments held together by two circles that will become crystal orbs that serve as a power source for this Pokemon. Next, I worked back on the ears while adjusting the eyes and brows, which led me to adding an oval crystal on this Pokemon's forehead to tie together with the other crystal orbs on its beard. I began adding more details to one of its arms by sketching out some claws and covering its forearm with fur. I went back to the face to give this fuzzy red panda its signature teardrop markings and then began sketching out a pattern with this Pokemon's fur that I hope to appear as a sort of trench coat. After spending a bit of time reattempting the claws, I began sketching out the Pokemon's legs, which for this final stage I decided to go with traditional sharp toenails. Next I began sketching out the remaining arm, which led me to adjusting the whiskers to be slightly larger to stand out better with its full beard. I had to spend a bit more time to improve the details for both arms before moving on, but when I felt a bit more confident about it, I worked on completing the trench coat style fur. I thought to add a pattern on its belly, that way it can resemble a sort of top. After going back once more to adjust minor details, I added fur patches on this Pokemon's knees. The final main feature for this Pokemon is its tail, which I had the idea for this Pokemon to carry its large, very stylized tail over its shoulder, which is able to do so very comfortably. Finally, we can get into the outlining and coloring process. If you made it this far in the video, I just wanted to say thank you. I hope that you've been enjoying this series so far and are looking forward for more to come. I will be taking on a new schedule that will hopefully allow me to create and upload new videos for the CINEMAR region a lot faster. So feel free to let me know in the comments if you're excited about creating the Fakemon for this CINEMAR region, and let me know some things that you would like to see in this region. Here is the final evolution for the Guburn line. It's now a fire and fairy type. The Pokédex entry reads, "In the wild, this Pokemon often serves the role as a sort of mentor and protector to other Pokemon who have abilities interlinked with magic. They are not aggressive by nature, but are very capable of utilizing their skills to take on any potential threat. Researchers theorize that this Pokemon is high on intellect, and some even believe that this Pokemon holds unknown secrets of the universe." Make sure to comment your name suggestions for this Pokemon along with the meaning behind the names. Here is the complete evolutionary line for the CINEMAR region's fire starter, Guburn. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like, comment, subscribe if you're not already, and consider checking out my Patreon account, which is going to be linked under the link tree in the video description. Becoming a patron, even for just $3 a month for the Pokegerse, would help me in achieving my goal of becoming a full-time PokeTuber, which means that I'll be able to create faster and better quality videos for the CINEMAR region. And feel free to check out my other videos on this channel where I open Pokemon trading cards. Thanks again to the citizens of the Pokegerse, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!